Hi, welcome to HubSpot with Paragon. Today we're going to talk about adding individuals and new users to HubSpot. So to be able to get to this portion of it, I went to the cog here in the upper right, which brings you to settings. On the bottom left-hand side of settings, you'll see users and teams. And from there, you'll be able to create a user. So we're going to create a user today. Okay, I've added an email now. And you can also add multiple users in if you want with a CSV file. I'm going to click Next. And now I'm able to edit permissions and other details about them. So first off, the most important thing is, do they need admin access? If so, you can make them a super admin. In most cases, what you need to do, this actually opens everything up when it starts. So if you just add them now, they basically can do everything except for shut down the system. So the most important thing is maybe on the account item here is to actually make sure that the account access is off. And it was on, it'll automatically turn on when you make them a super admin. And if you turn them off, it automatically leaves them on that account access. So make sure that this is turned off when you come here and not App Marketplace. Other than that, in most cases, everything else is secure. The only other thing that you may want to look at is contacts and companies and tasks and making sure that whether or not you want them to be able to edit anything that they don't own. And a lot of times you want to do owned only. And a lot of times you want to be able to have them just view everything or maybe team only in some cases. Be aware that they can't see other records in at that point and accessing them. So be careful how you edit these. If you remove the view, it removes all the edit items as well. So if I change this to team only, it has to move to team only as well. And then it allows them to see unassigned. This is usually in the case when leads are coming in and people are grabbing leads and maybe it's in a queue. So you also look at other CRM settings. You may want to turn off the bulk delete and the export if you're working with the sales team. In sales as well, you may want to give them a sales license. So this one has sales enterprise and I want them to have playbooks that they can write to. And if I want them to create them, I can have them publish. And then whether or not they have access to certain deals. In most cases, you want to do owned only. So that way they can see everybody else's deals, but they can't actually access them unless they own them. Or maybe it's with a team if we're just trying to stay very succinct in a group. So there's various options. I'd go through each of these. In a lot of cases, once you have one user set up, create a role for that if you're in the enterprise version. And then you get to always set the role for it. If you're in any other version, you'll have to one-off select all the items for permissions to be able to create that. And then, of course, you can add them to a team. And click Next, and now I get to invite them. So it's just making one last check. Are you good with everything? When I send this, it's now going to send an invite to that individual. It'll show as pending as it does here for this one. And then when they accept it from their email, it'll ask them a number of questions, and then they'll be put in the system and have access at that point. They'll actually rewrite their name as well. I don't have you do not, as a super admin, have access to be able to edit their names. Just their permission sets. All right. That is how you add users to HubSpot. If you have any questions, please reach out to us, put comments with the video, and reach out to Paragon if you've got any further questions.